And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the San Diego Padres and the Detroit Tigers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Coming up on the first pitch and starting in this one, Reese Olson. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone.
Well, in terms of our starting rotation, Reese Olson might be off to the best start. 3-1 as the Tigers go for the sweep here today against the Padres. And if we throw many pitches like that, a Padres offense that has not had much of a pulse in 2 games is going to have a big day.
To third,
on the ground to Justin Henry Malloy.
On to first.
Made a really bad mistake first pitch. Bogart's way out in front on it, and then he rolled over on a slider. So, an interesting unit today for the Padres. Brandon Lockridge will play center and bat second. Jake Cronenworth, who was in that spot yesterday, drops the 6th. It's mostly the same team outside of Lockridge. Drag bunt, huh?
Which no one wants to be a part of.
Not there.
First offering is fouled off.
Did not get much there on that fastball.
One down, base is
1-1.
empty.
Sinker low.
Olson with a stellar run.
Looking for win number 16 on the year today. In game number 25, second massive mistake, and Lockridge was all over it. And now the 1-2.
He's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
Wouldn't chase.
2-2.
2-2. And popped up. Carpenter moving into left center field. No lie, this is the first game Lockridge has played in this series. 2 away here in the first.
2 outs, base is empty.
Well, Luis Arias. Not been a big factor. Has been getting on base a little bit. And first pitch is going to ground out to Colt Keith. It is another 1-2-3 inning in this series for Tigers pitching. Wow.
And we're back.
Well, we might have a bit of a test on our hands here today, despite an ERA and a record you could call pretty ugly, but we do know. Oh, wow, that whip is gross, too. Maybe not. Maybe this is not a Joe Musgrove that we should be afraid of.
Here's the third baseman, Justin Henry Malloy.
Now here's Jay Hen. Really just held this leadoff spot ever since he got called up.
But he can jump you if you make a mistake.
That one inside, and that's ball 1.
Yeah, the numbers do. The stuff, maybe not. I mean, very average fastball, maybe even slightly below. Cutter could certainly make us look silly here today. He's also got a sweeper.
Right through there for a strike.
92 on the cutter. If he throws it at 92, I think we got a chance, but it's when it dips into the 80s that it's going to cause us some problems. And Malloy. That is a good luck single right there for Justin Henry Malloy. Tigers get the leadoff hitter on. And hey, that's a good aim. Kerry Carpenter, 3 home runs yesterday, and I didn't even give him the thumbnail for it. Ball 1.
Get the call, and it's 1-0.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
And inside.
2-0
on Carpenter would certainly make sense to pitch around him after what he did to them yesterday.
Is in for a strike.
Well, if you're going to throw strikes, that's a good spot to throw one to Carp.
That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball,
that one hit hard to center field. chasing back. Lockridge, actually. No Jackson Merrill today. And there's one out.
Batting third, the right fielder.
And now the Tigers line up.
It can. It can. It's, I wouldn't say very common that it's entirely on the defenders, especially with the guys that they do have defending on this team. I would imagine it's not their fault.
Plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations.
Like you got
have to figure out
Machado at third. Even though Manny Machado, I believe, has played one game of this series.
If you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much
and Riley Green late on that fastball, carrying a bit, but nowhere near enough.
He's got it, and there's 2 away.
A couple of deep fly ball outs, but have not been able to move Malloy.
Next to the plate is the Tigers DH. Spencer
Now there's Torkelson.
Good power, not great in the OBP.
Only 8 pitches for Musgrove. And firing in a first pitch strike. It's a very slight breeze, I'd say, coming in from right field.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
I thought I could get it. I thought he made a mistake with it, and that break was way better than I thought.
In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Had it timed, but that break was just nasty.
And that's
flinched at
and
that.
outside.
That's another really good pitch there, but the sweeper went a little bit lower. 1-2 on Torkelson.
In the zone, because that's where you get hurt.
Oh.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2
Everything
strikes.
on the outer third. Oh, it's pretty cruel. It's pretty cruel because they're going to look the same, and he can dot that curveball probably low and away. The sweeper could probably also do that, to be honest, but I'd imagine he's going to throw that more out of the zone.
And now
3-2 on Torkelson.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first.
That was a changeup that didn't really do much of anything. And hit hard by Torkelson, left center field. That one is going to get down. Malloy, not the quickest runner in the world, but he's being sent home. Throw home, not in time, and Torkelson with a 2-out RBI double. Looked to be some problems coming from this cutoff. Like, it skipped past the first one. I don't know if it really would have mattered, but man, we'll take that. 1-0 Detroit.
And there's a
ball way inside. And what was looking like an inning that Musgrove was going to get out of in under 10 pitches. Not the case anymore. Now I feel like we do our best to try and push him towards 20. While also trying to score that second run.
Next pitch
That's
is
too low.
downstairs.
2-1. Not great power for Colt Keith against right-handers, but enough to make an impact. Ooh.
Fastball for a strike.
That's a shame. That's a really good pitch to hit.
2 strikes.
2-2 on Keith, getting his first start in a while. And make it full.
Inside corner, and it's 3-2.
Chase Young, called up a couple days ago, has not made an appearance yet on deck. And that one's hit pretty well by Cole. Lockridge chasing it back. He'll make the play. Well, one mission successful. We somehow got Musgrove to 20 pitches in the inning.
1-0. Back after this on the show.
Got on the board, but leave a runner on second base.
Back here in Detroit, new inning getting started. And the batter will be Fernando.
It really does go
Tatis
back
Jr.
to the Kansas City series and our approach against Bobby Witt that we have primarily done a fairly good job of just holding Tatis in check as well, even while he's just red hot to start this year.
And then eventually moved into James.
He has
Shields
continued a
trade
hitting
in
streak on
2016.
throughout this series.
Under it.
Javier Baez out there in center. What a play in center field by Javier Baez today, eh?
Batting fifth,
Like, this is a dude that has been, I mean, he's been an infielder his entire career. Went to Hinch and said, I want to play center if it comes up that we need it. Turns out we need it. And he's having a boatload of fun out there, and it's really fun to see.
Just missed.
And not even just having fun, like playing a really good center field. Fastball's fouled away by Diaz.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly.
Yeah, and I mean, the stuff at the plate is still, it's another issue, but.
And that one is in the dirt.
Even just that positivity that it seems like that position change is doing for him could be crazy beneficial.
There's a strike.
Not our best fastball. Diaz just took it.
Hear that catcher's mitt. Pop it. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one.
I'm going to come with a sinker inside here on Diaz. Missed it. Colt Keith, it's under his glove. 4-speed Elias Diaz hits yet another ground ball. But this one, I do think it's ruled a hit just because of how hard it was hit. But, man, that's unfortunate. And ball one from Reese. 171 average for Cronenworth. Ooh.
Now 2-0. Our plate umpire.
You do not love that, and what a time to introduce ourselves to the home plate umpire, Freddie Ferguson. Oh, yeah, you do not love that call at all. And Carpenter might have a play on this. In the corner there. I don't know why he launched the throw like that in that spot.
What kind of strike zone is most frustrating?
That was crazy urgent in foul territory with Elias Diaz, the runner.
Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
Here's Jason Hayward. As the game has moved along,
my God.
See more
yeah,
and
4-speed,
more
terrifying.
Supplied by teams about
change up in the dirt. They do not send Diaz.
Pictures of all four guys, nicknames,
unsurprising.
Hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
No, Reese just off with his command this inning.
And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, well, that's just normal from the catcher, but I don't know why Carp did that. Ooh, he flinched at it. That Reese Olson curveball is so good, but there are games where our opponents will not chase it. Oh, man, 3 of those 4 balls were really close, it felt like.
It gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
Well,
first and second,
here's Connor Joe.
Joe now at the plate.
That's a strike at the top of the zone. Borderline call, but that's where we'd love to be.
So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to
get what a slider from Reese Olson. That was disgusting. No, not again.
Clearly not too happy with the call there. Thought he caught the top of the zone.
This inning should have been over 10 pitches ago.
That's not up.
Well, maybe not that much, but. Oh my God. I'm going to throw it in the same damn spot.
2 on, 2 outs.
No, I'm not.
2-2
here on Connor Joe, and now it's getting to be a point where we really got to make a pitch. He got a piece of it. I fucking guess. That felt like a defensive swing.
2 outs.
And into center.
Out
More action for Javier Baez. Padres get 2 on, but do not score. Reese Olson works his way out of it.
And it remains
a 21-pitch inning after a very quick first. Very quick first inning for Reese.
We head to the bottom of the second.
Well, first at bat of the season. And ignore his face. And I don't know what really is going on with his stance and his chest and all that. It will be fixed in due time. First at bat of the season for Jace Young. And squared that thing up, but right at Lockridge. I forgot his name already, even though I've hit 3 balls to him.
Batting seventh, the catcher, Dylan.
Here's the catcher to hit, Dylan Dingler.
I just saw his arm like glitching into his torso. That was very strange. That I don't know if I can do anything with, but I don't know why his chest is like he's like puffing out his chest. That's what it looks like. So that run in the first inning, I think, is going to be huge today because by no means do we have the A team out here today. As aforementioned, that is timing good on that fastball, and Dylan Dingler, who just ever since the emergence and really the call-up of Tomas Nido, Dylan Dingler has played maybe 3-4 games, if that. Well, here's Andy Ibanez. I don't know why I kept him so low in the order, because he has been surprisingly way better against right-handers than lefties. And right back up the middle, as aforementioned, a 2-out single for Ibanez. Not there on that one. No air underneath that.
He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it right on time.
Who can you have? That is a very good question. Torque and Baez were taken today. Ah! What the fuck was that? Carpenter is available. So is Green. So is Colt Keith. So is Young. So is Dingler.
Just blasted it through the infield.
So here's Baez now. Coming off
Fish me up.
4 for 4
Well, he had 3 home runs yesterday.
Fastball for a strike.
But how about Javi Baez Day yesterday? You look at those career numbers. 2 for 20 in his career against Joe Musgrove. That's not good. But Javi Baez, in 2025, in MLB The Show, had a 4-hit game. Oh, I didn't miss that by much. Can't imagine why I missed it. And the 0-2. In the dirt. Good block.
One in the dirt.
Musgrove about to throw pitch number 29. Pitch count, I would say we've done a good job, especially after that first inning, but maybe a chance to do some more damage here. Oh.
It's a strikeout.
Oh.
Tigers leave one.
Flew open on that thing. That's what I was saying. That cutter is going to have some potential to make us look silly. Look at that bite on that. Looked like a fastball on the inside edge, and then it wasn't. Very quickly.
Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers.
Rosario.
How was your shower? So you got cold? Huh? Oh, are you making picks again? Are you? You can have Green, Keith, Young, or Dingler. Riley Green? Okay. Third inning to begin. That slider. Second one today that has just been... Even if Rosario wants to swing at that, I think it's probably unhittable.
There's a strike.
Everyone's taking showers here today. Wasn't meant to be a normal thing to say. Curveball. And Eggy Rosario with a great protection there on that. Oh.
Just misses.
How do you do it? How'd Eggy take that? Nah, that slider wasn't as good as the last one.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit.
I take mine in the morning too, but sometimes you need the evening shower,
That's not
okay?
what that pitch was.
Yeah. Especially with 9 feral cats. Great change-up Reese. Strikeout for Olsen, his first of the day. That was a great at-bat thrown there by Reese Olsen.
Trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden the pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
And here is Xander Bogaerts. Grounded out his first time.
11 p.m. showers are good too. There's really, when's the bad time of the day for a shower? There really isn't one.
And the Padres have
Xander Bogaerts takes a mistake sinker back up the middle for a 1-out hit.
Brandon Lockridge.
Brandon Lockridge hit a ball hard but foul back in the first.
And that drops in for a strike.
I bet.
That's off the mark.
Just off the edge, and I mean, I
I
do have to give Ferg some credit behind the plate thus far. His zone is small, but consistently. Oh, what a changeup.
Changeup right there. 1 and 2.
Even missed below the zone. Got him. I don't know what Lockridge was looking for. 120-mile-an-hour fastball or what? Reese Olsen with 2 strikeouts in the inning. He wasn't that far out in front. Yes, never mind. Yes, he was.
On everyone if he can put the ball in play, but that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
I mean, that fastball came across in 95.
And now, Luis Arias. And there's a foul ball.
And also, I didn't really pay attention. I think this is the first actual start for Reese Olsen that I've watched a game of. I don't really know when it happened, but from MLB 24 to 25, Reese lost like 5 miles an hour on his fastball.
And that drops in for a strike.
This guy
He's a young guy.
What
the hell?
Be careful with him out there on the mound.
That one slapped right in front of Carpenter. Another 2-out hit, and Tatis will that.
I was watching his rounds.
Yeah, still aged, but have you seen that man's face?
Go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little
Looks like a
anxious and you get
child.
away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Well, big moment.
First and
Only
second.
1-0 Detroit. Now Fernando
Here's the cleanup hitter
Tatis.
for the Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Very
And
lucky
that's in for a
that he
strike.
did not swing at that.
4-1.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles,
That one's trouble, and it's past Malloy. Carpenter will cut it off, but it will be 1-1.
It's an RBI single.
I think this is the first time in this series
Hitting streak into double
that we
digits
have
for
been
his 16th
tied
straight.
after 0-0.
Yeah, on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's
I
doing.
think it's
at
been the
plate right
team
now
that
just
scores
seems to be
first
working.
is
So
won
2
each of the
down,
first 2
and
games.
now
Now, granted,
comes up
the
to
Padres have
Luis
1 run
Diaz.
entering
1 for
today,
1
so
with
they've
a single
already
so far.
doubled that total here in this series.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
No balls, 1 strike. That one's also hit hard. And it'll be the arm of Riley Green. They hold that runner at third. Bases are loaded. And Reese can't seem to stop the bleeding right now.
Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
So we're going to call a mound visit here for Reese. Now remember, if we call another one, we're going to have to take him out. I think that's how that works.
After that last visit from the pitching coach,
Cronenworth
all he did
flies
was
out.
remind
Let's
his
hope so.
pitcher, focus on this hitter and nothing else.
That one's in there.
Fastball in. Hitless in the series is Cronenworth, 0 for 8. Probably his best chance to get one right there, and he just took it. Oh my God.
Over as it begins in this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be.
Repeat in 9th inning from yesterday's game. Oh my God.
Pushes across a run.
We did not throw a very good pitch there. Padres with a string of 2-out hits, tie it at 1.
Welcome back.
Leading
Let's
up
take a look
for
at how
the
the series has
Tigers,
played out
the
so
third
far.
baseman, Justin Henry. Boy.
Tigers looking for a series sweep of a very talented Padres team. They're just not playing in the sim how I would have expected. Or in game. I mean, up against them here. I would hope not. Musgrove back to work for the third.
And there's the strike.
One was 0 for 3 in the last game. Already 1 for 1 today.
And that's down and away.
That's the ball.
Woo.
1-1.
And 2 and 1.
Ball outside.
But once this series, Tigers early on getting out hit.
Comes
Ooh,
up empty.
there's
That's
that cutter.
strike 2.
2-2.
I mean, his repertoire is a bit unfair if you think about it. You got the curveball and the sweeper. Same pitch, one's just going to fly away from these right-handers a bit more. But then he's also got, excuse me, the cutter and the changeup, which are doing the same thing. I mean, it's going to get us out in front and likely swing and miss.
And a pitch. That one 95
And be a little bit more
to finish it off.
cautious of some of that sort of stuff and have us take a fastball.
Sit on it for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink
Gary
things,
Carpenter
and I
saw
think that was the case
nothing.
right there.
In the upper 2/3, his first time up.
Carpenter.
Hard
in
hit
the box
ball
here,
to
lets that
center
one go for
field.
ball.
1-0.
No results. Carpenter batting .500. Small sample size against Musgrove.
Next offering is
The pitch
in
I
for a
wanted,
strike.
I needed it a little bit
Tied up
farther
here in
off the
early
edge.
going.
We get it there. Carpenter's probably going deep.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Oh, actually late on that.
One down, base is empty. Fans
Whoa!
another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Tasked with 1, 2,
Don't
and
see
3 to
Gary
start this
Carpenter
inning,
do
but
that
he's
very
so
often.
foul. I'm
batting,
sure he'd
the
love to
right
strike
fielder,
out the side here. Make
In
a statement,
our
but
defense,
focus
Musgrove has
in
not
the
used
spot.
that
Focus
changeup
on
much
getting
at
this next guy.
all.
You got 2 good
It is the
outs.
last
Wanna
pitch
get
in
the
his
third
repertoire,
one
and
and avoid the
I
middle
mean,
of that
to
lineup
go to
coming
it
up with
against
base
the
runner
best
could
hitter that
become
we got,
dangerous.
Here's
It's a good
Riley
call.
Green.
check swing, we
Green
may have
checks
gone. We
his
did
swing.
not.
Appeal down to third. He did not go
I think that was
around.
close, though. 1-0 on Green.
2 down, nobody on.
Chopper back up the middle. That's going to have a chance. Cronenworth just doesn't have a
First,
play.
as they can't make the play.
Green, not exactly the quickest runner in the world, but
Runner at
ball
first
was hit
and 2
so
away.
slowly.
Now it's the DH, Spencer Torkelson. Doubled in his
Allowed
first
Green to
AB.
get down the line. And Torkelson right back up the middle. Torque is heating up again. Might be a mistake sending Green. Throw up the third base line. Runners on the corners now
That ball was
with 2 away.
106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
How about Torque? 2 for 2. It's been a rough go.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners.
And now Colt Keith.
The next to hit.
He had runners on base in the first inning. Flew out, left him stranded. And Keith, that one's going to get down!
There's a base hit to
Torkelson, probably the smartest decision with Tatis out there. Oh my God.
2-1 ball
To
game.
leave Torque at second base, what a throw by Tatis.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
At the plate.
Whoa.
Chase Young.
Oh God. I don't even know if Torque had been halfway down the line. Jace Young. Into center field. We might as well just go. Never mind. I thought that was going to be a close play. Maybe even require a dive, but not the case. Colt Keith drives in a run, and the Tigers lead again. Battle on our hands here in the finale.
Check out what's been happening of late. Really been
2 in our last 10. It's just where we've been sitting. I mean, really ever since those early season struggles. Been winning series. I mean, we won the Minnesota series, we won the Brewers series, won the Royals series, already guaranteed a win here. Playing some good ball. 7-8-9 for San Diego. That was a rough. That was the Ryan Kreidler 2 hits and nothing else game.
Great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very close at bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but
small zone again. We can't be too upset about it.
That might be the best news yet for this offense.
Yeah, it's very consistent. Something we don't get very often.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
I don't know why I decided to come sinker inside there. Feels like a bad call. Good backdoor slider. We don't really throw that pitch as well as we did in the early stages of the year. Try and gas him.
And it's fouled
Jason
off.
Hayward sitting here fouling off a bunch of pitches. Haven't tried the curveball yet. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Musgrove's like, I want to say maybe his first or second changeup of the entire game. Late on the fastball. Down goes Hayward. Fourth strikeout for Reese Olsen. And now Connor Joe could use some quick outs here.
Joe, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
No, it's not, but we have been going very deep into games with our starters.
That one hit the knees for a strike.
For sure. Yeah, it's the great thing is that, I mean, I would say just about everybody in the bullpen's available. Found away by Joe. Yeah, me too, kind of. Not everything on the edges is a ball. What the fuck was that?
Outside.
Still just the second batter of the inning.
Can't help himself out.
He's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard.
On the ground, Malloy on the backhand. I don't know if he's going to have a chance. Oh, my goodness. You make a bad play worse.
Ball didn't get too far away.
I mean, you could slap 2 errors on J-Hen there.
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like.
Commentary even said it.
With it after the bobble, and it might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly.
Only 1 error. They credit it
a
single.
And I think that was the case right there.
Down to third baseman, Eggy Rosario.
Now it doesn't help out Reese.
At his first at bat.
That one's a rocket. It'll be the arm for Baez from center field. They hold that runner.
Puts the brakes on, so now it's
Eggy Rosario with a 110-mile-an-hour bullet as the Padres will not go away today. Right on Colt Keith. He didn't tag him. Oh.
You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that,
there are at least 2 outs. We will not get burned.
Digs in now. Hole for 2 in this
on a sac fly.
Right through there for a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there.
Swing and a miss.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run.
On the ground to Young. Should end the inning. Reese Olsen will pitch out of a jam. He's probably not going to go any farther than 5 innings if he's even able to get through the 5th. But, yeah, I mean, you can't really argue with what he's done when he's gotten himself into trouble.
Back at Comerica Park. Ready to go.
Dylan Dingler with an infield pop-up.
Dylan Dingler.
his first time.
That one misses.
That's a ball.
And see, that's the thing. We will never complain about the strike zone if it gets called the same way both ways.
A little bit low.
Well, these Tigers
I was really expecting that to
showing
be a
great
strike
discipline
and
at the
have me
plate.
eat my words.
Patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across
Foul
the score as well.
territory. That'll be out of
And
play.
that one fouled off.
I lied. It was in play. Well, that doesn't really matter. 2-1 on Dingler.
2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even.
I never know what to do with
Relatively
that, Cutter.
early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Misses
No, that
just
missed.
off
That's a
the
ball.
outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Consistency.
Count.
3-2.
That one
That's
misses.
a walk.
Softball leadoff walk.
What is it with our catchers getting the benefit of those
It's tough
calls?
to get rewarded on the
Now
call when
batting.
pitches near the
I remember that happening to Jake Rogers. It's happened to Nito Shirley.
And he's already singled in this game.
They are. Well, leadoff man somehow on. And
That
ball one to
misses.
Ibanez.
Ball one.
Maybe
He was
losing
1 for
command
1.
a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Yeah, it did. Nah.
That's in there. And now it's even 1-1.
Certainly don't want to hit something on the ground here unless it's just going to be a bullet.
There's a strike.
Musgrove ain't giving us a choice.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'm not really trying to pull the ball here with Andy.
Next pitch.
What the fuck was that?
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way.
Just hit a home run. Andy Ibanez is, you can barely see it, 48 contact, 41 power against righties. Low again and a full count.
Well, with the amount of pitches
Baez
that
due
in
up
the
next.
dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're
That
anticipating
one.
based off the trajectory,
Not really meant to be a
put yourself in the
protection,
scoring position.
but that's all it's going to wind up being. Just late on an 82-mile-an-hour curveball up in the zone. And Ibanez will pull it, and it's down. We will not advance the runner past second base. There looked to be some confusion.
Second to start the inning.
Now batting.
Here's
Center fielder,
Baez.
Javier.
0 for 1.
Yeah,
He
Dingler
struck out
didn't really look like he
Suarez.
was going there. Anyway, 2 on, nobody out. Here's Javi.
Foul ball
I thought I
there.
could shoot
If
that
they
the
get
other
a
way.
poll of top tattoos in Major
I was
League
already going to be
Baseball,
late on it.
Javi Baez,
I knew that,
I think
and
would have to be in the top
figured I
5.
could still give it a
Right
go.
on the back of his neck is the Major League Baseball logo. So
And
it's
Javi,
effectively right
deep fly
under the
ball.
MLB logo
That one's
that's on his
carrying a bit. Try and tag up Dingler. Throw is cut off into third.
He makes it to
It's a
third.
productive
Good
out
base
for
running to
Baez.
move
Runner
up
on
with only
third
one out.
with only 1 away. And the top of the order.
The Detroit order. Justin Henry Malloy getting ready to hit. 1 for 2.
Yeah, it's not bad, especially compared to what we've seen on this homestand already. I mean, you look at Salvador Perez, his speed stinks. Tomas Nino on our team, he can't run. And Elias Diaz for the Padres is the slowest player I think we've seen all year.
Swings through that.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he
0-1.
had a hard time picking
Action
it up
warming
out
up
of
in the
hand,
pan
or if
for
he was
San
sitting off
Diego.
speed.
Activity
In
in the
case
bullpen.
this goes wrong.
Adrian Morejon
Musgrove has
getting ready
been
to go. Marinaccio
fairly decent. I mean,
also getting
him and
ready.
Reese Olson really have played or pitched similar games.
2 on, 1 out.
Ball.
1-1. It's those youthful legs of Dylan Dingler, even though he's not really all that young anymore.
Check swing, and he wins. And
Didn't
the
want
count
it.
is 1 and 2.
1 and 2's the count.
Once I was going to be way out in front on it, I just figured I'd try and hold up strike regardless. And high fly ball to right. Tatis is underneath it, and Dingler will tag. He's in there. 3-1.
As he comes across, and they take a 2-run
Sacrifice fly, Justin Henry Malloy.
It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Youth doesn't apply to all players. I don't think Bartolo Colon was ever fast. He may have been. Like, kind of in his, like, very early stages of his career, like the Cleveland days, before he was as big as he was at the end, he might have been a little speedy. Carpenter into right field. Once again, a little bit of a stack up on the bases is... Had to kind of hold up there to see if that ball was going to get caught, even though with 2 outs, you really don't.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout.
That's going to be all for Joe Musgrove.
Joe Musgrove is done in this one.
I think at the end of the day, you got to credit him with a pretty good game, but Tigers just did a little bit more at the plate.
On the mound now, Matt Waldron.
You gotta point to get yourself out of the negative that the strikeout earlier in the game. Oh, fuck off, Matt Waldron. Oh.
First and second.
This is bad. This is really, really bad. This is a tight game, and we got a guy who we couldn't touch in the first game of this series.
Swinging a foul out of play.
Fucking knuckleballer. You would think. You would fucking think. No, they're not. Not with what we saw 2 days ago.
Comes up.
Yeah. Yeah. He can locate it.
2 down.
I don't know how you can even do that. And Riley Green slicing. That one gets down. The bases will be juiced. Riley Green with a hit off of Matt Waldron. That's a rarity.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson.
Here's Torque. 2-4-2.
In there for strike one.
I don't get it. On a pitch where you can't really control what it does, which is the whole point. He can dot it on the corners, and he did that to us 2 days ago.
That's inside.
Well, we haven't hit a grand slam with Torque all year. Not exactly likely.
That misses
Into the
zone.
sinker.
Yeah,
It's so crazy. Like he's got a low 90s fastball. He's just like, nah. I'm gonna throw the knuckleball all the time.
2 outs. Yeah, that's
3-1 on Torkelson.
Get ready for some action here. Good
Waldron does not come into this game fully rested by any stretch of the imagination. He pitched more than 4 innings 2 days ago. Ground ball.
Left side.
That's unfortunate.
And they get Torkelson for the out. And that'll keep more runs from coming in.
I don't know how that ball wound up where it did, but it did.
We're headed to the 5th.
To be fair,
It's
nobody
the
knows.
Tigers 3 and the Padres 1. Back at the ballpark, and in this series, it has been lights out on the mound.
I've been telling you. This stretch with the pitching rotation, not even just this series. Against the Royals, too, we had one arguably bad game, especially when the offense wasn't doing anything, but overall, this staff has just been on fire.
That catches the outside.
Probably should get some help in the pen
In his 6th season
already.
27 years old.
Torquay did not
He was
strike
selected
out,
for the
no.
All-Star game last year.
It wouldn't hurt to warm up long relievers, so Brant Herter and Kenta Maeda. No, just a ground out for Torque. Especially with a day off coming up tomorrow. Get a couple innings out of those long relief guys. Ideally, Herter.
Fouled off to the right.
And then we go to maybe the back end as this game goes along. Good curveball. On the ground to Young.
Handles, throws to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Yeah, Chef Boyardee is indeed not a Detroit Tiger.
Now batting, right fielder Fernando.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr.
Here's Tatis.
Right through there for a strike. Tatis with another scorching run of play lately.
Hit streak is up to 10 for Fernando. I actually saw a highlight from, like, I think it was 25 years ago or something like that yesterday for Fernando Tatis Sr.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
I don't remember what we gave him. 1-2.
1-2.
Oh, it's such a good
And
curveball.
it goes just foul.
Such a good curveball.
We're at the top of the 5th.
Swing and a miss.
Swinging.
I believe that's number 5 for Reese. Yes. And a big strikeout against a hitter that has caused us some issues throughout this series.
A lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out
2
a way
away
to
for
put him
Diaz,
away. Did a nice job right there.
who's somehow 2 for 2.
Diaz on the ground to the left. And that's just foul.
I was not much of a
2
factor
outs,
throughout the
bases
first 2
empty.
games. Oh, boy. Carpenter on the run. He got it. Good running play by Kerry Carpenter. We'll take that. It's good stuff. 3-1 Tigers as we move right along.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Fair point. Yep, should be back to the usual schedule for YouTube tomorrow. I uploaded yesterday's game a little bit later than I usually do today. I just got to that point last night where I was just like, I'm not even going to bother. Like, I finished editing the thing, and then it didn't even go live till like 11, which is a little bit later than it usually does, but oh well.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well,
now Matt Waldron
did a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Despite having 9 hits in the game, the numbers don't exactly jump off the page in terms of exit velocity. Nearly half have been traveling less than 90 miles per hour off the
Red
bat,
Wings and
but they're finding a
Sabres
way to
game
get it done.
3 due up next. Ground ball foul. And knuckleball. I'm going to be so happy. I know we have to play the Padres one more time this year, but there's just so few knuckleballers left in the game that we won't really have to see it very much. Ground ball. Did that bounce off the first base bag? I don't know. Regardless, Luis Ariz makes the play.
Stepping in, Jace Young.
Jace Young is 0 for 2. And another ground ball to first base.
Steps on first for the out.
Timing on it isn't atrocious, but
Dylan Dingler.
we can't
0 for 1.
do anything with it. And Dylan Dingler, that'll be caught by Tatis.
And that's the
Now a
inning.
quick inning for Matt Waldron.
No runs, no hits, no errors. 5 innings complete.
What do you expect?
It's the Tigers 3 and the Padres 1.
Hey, I'm just surprised that we even made contact on it 3 times.
All set for the start of the inning. Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth.
That's an interesting bot name. Enclosed ingredient.
It's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not
80
pressing
pitches
too
for
hard
Reese
because that just
Olson. He will
compounds things,
exit.
makes
2
the slump
lefties are
even
due up in the inning, so out comes Brian Herter.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated.
Well, the commentary can talk about Brand's struggles all they want. It has really been pretty good for us last few times out.
And that one in there at the knees for a strike. 0-1.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
I believe now 0 for 10 in the series.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
And the 0-2 again.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Herder all around the edges here. No idea where to go. These are the at-bats that just stink. When you're throwing really good pitches and yet can't get a guy out. Every single pitch has been fouled off. 6 straight fouls. Not that one.
And that's the first out.
Cronenworth took 7 pitches there, but eventually Herder got him.
Right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he
The 7-hitter Jason Hayward.
That one fouled off.
Could get maybe 2 innings out of Brandt here today. I don't know if we really need to push him that hard.
Fights that one away.
With that day off coming, I'm really just trying to manage the pen enough to the point that everyone's going to be fully rested come Friday.
And ball
That's a ball.
1.
1-2.
It's already shaping up to be a long inning for Herder.
Off the mark there. And the count is 2-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Wow. 2-2.
That misses the zone.
Jason Hayward hasn't even thought about it.
Zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Got him.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
3 great takes in a row there for Jason Hayward. And eventually he was left with no other choice but to chase a sweeper.
Swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves, knowing that they can miss the bat. Tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball.
Here he is, Connor Joe. Quick out for Herder. Didn't even have time to say it. Quick out for Brandt Herder would be beneficial, and it certainly will be. Brandt Herder sends the Padres down 1-2-3, 8-9-1. 2 up for the Tigers.
Bottom of the 6th inning, and the batter will be the shortstop.
What a start to the day for Andy Ibanez. He might just force himself into the order a little bit more.
Waldron back to work.
Andy, that one drops. He's 3 for 3.
Good start to the inning.
Over the head of Jake Cronenworth. Everything that he's made contact with has dropped. So here's Javi.
That one ripped.
I don't know how I'm so late on that pitch. I have no idea. It's just because that knuckleball towards the end there is almost dropping straight down. And Baez right at Connor Joe. There isn't much more you can do.
Now batting, the third baseman, Justin Henry.
Justin Henry Malloy.
1 out for Malloy.
Tigers.
Sacrifice fly, RBI his last time.
And that's off.
Which I guess makes up for
And that's ball 1.
the double error a little bit, even though there's no such thing. Bobbled a ball at third base he should have had, and then overthrew Colt Keith at first. And that's probably 2. Well, he's back in the shitter.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left.
Double play, grounded into by Malloy. It's a good thing he went unselected and picked the stick. That is a tough thing to rebound from.
Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
So there's our upcoming schedule. You can't see the early part of next week. We will finally end this homestand. Not like I'm excited to, but we're heading to Houston to take on the Astros Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 9-1-2 for San Diego.
And with that Good live arm delivers.
And a ground ball on the first pitch. I wasn't sure about sending Herter out for 2 innings, but last 2 outs we have gotten on 2 pitches after a long battle with the first 2 hitters of last inning. That will help out even more.
Bogart's retired.
Got 5 outs on 17 pitches, and 3 of them have come on 3 pitches.
If you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
2-away, Brandon Lockridge. That is going to be a 3-pitch inning for Brant Herter.
And that is that.
Unreal. Stretch time. I don't even think our, I was going to say, I don't think our bats had time to stretch. They were out in the field. They didn't need to.
Now
My
pitching
God.
for St.
Oh,
Louis.
thank you, Jesus. Matt Waldron's day is done.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this
Adrian
is where a
Moore
bullpen
home.
can give their players a chance to fight back
On the
into the
hill
game.
with an ugly ERA, nearing 8, but a high strikeout rate, which is a bit strange.
The left fielder, Terry.
They bring on a left-hander to take on Carpenter, Green, and Torkelson.
That breaking ball drops in
Good
for a
luck.
strike.
For Carp, it's just try and hit a solid single here. It really is. Against the left-hander, it's all we can do. We will do just that.
The outfield for a knock.
Second hit of the day, Kerry Carpenter.
And the leadoff man aboard.
Morahone left a slider, just
Another
leaked it
multi-hit
right
game
over the middle
for
of the
him.
plate.
He's been really hot lately. Once you get the ball by the
Series
pitcher,
for
there's
Carp.
a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So
here's
nice job to
Riley.
Use that big hole and get himself a hit.
2 for 3 today.
And now, Riley Green. That one finds the
98
zone,
mile
and
an
that's
hour
strike
sinker. Oh,
one. Nobody out. Runner at first.
and he's got more.
And that's through there for a strike. 0-2.
98, 2 different
Yuki
pitches.
Matsui, the lefty,
We've seen
looks to be
both
getting himself
Marinaccio and Matsui in this series. Well, Torkelson will have to face Morahome. And Green down the left field line. That is trouble.
bases.
Carpenter up to at least third. He'll round third. Head home.
Relay throw.
4-1.
Score easily. It's 4-1.
Well done. Drives in
11th
wrong.
double of the year
He may have been a little
for
behind the
Riley
pitch, but
Green.
barreled into the hitting
And
zone
just a
early
beautiful
on in the
opposite
swing.
field
He was
double.
able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Love to see that.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. And now
Well,
the
big
DH,
spot now for
Spencer
Torkelson. 2 for 3. And when teams have made this move, and it's kind of why I like this lineup so much, with you got Carpenter and then Green and then Tork. If they make a move to a left-hander, then you got Tork out here, who's a great matchup, and he's done a lot of damage late in games in situations like this.
A swing and a miss.
Woo!
And that's
Not on
strike
that.
one.
0-1.
I was too busy rambling to be catching up to it. 0-1.
And now the
That's the
count
ball.
is even.
1-1.
7 pitches for Morahone, and he's already allowed a run.
And
2-1.
that one hit 97 on the gun. Green.
Longer
stands
this
in
goes
second with
on,
no
the
outs.
Padres' chances dwindling. Oh, gotta be on that. Especially because he took some off. 96 there on that sinker. Right on the tail edge of good timing, but not enough to do anything with it. That's
And
disgusting.
on strikes he goes, and one gone.
Wasn't even a thought that crossed my head, and there's
here's
one
the
away.
first baseman, Colt Keith.
Let's see what Colt Keith can do. 1 for 3 today. Preferred matchup for Colt Keith, lefty on lefty.
At 96,
That's a good
that
ball to
pitch is
swing on
in
right
for a
there.
strike.
Should have.
No ball.
One out,
One
the
strike.
runner at second. Here, the bottom of the 7th. And
Way
the runner's
outside.
outside.
Just took that sinker a little bit. That sweeper's an even bigger surprise, given that it's buried on the repertoire. His 5th pitch.
Man at second. And strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that
1 and
velocity.
2's the count.
Man, what an adjustment, though. You go from Matt Waldron, who threw like 1 pitch above 90, maybe 2. And then now all of a sudden, yeah, 97 with the threat of 100. I don't know how we pulled that ball, but we did. Shallow right for Tatis.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit.
2 gone.
Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really
Now
drive it.
batting, second baseman, Chase Young.
Jace Young up now for the Tigers. 0 for 3 in this.
Not a great spot for Jace Young here either, but I'm pretty much committed to this lineup here today. The guys who are not in the order really just need the day off.
First pitch,
1-0.
not close.
So if that means we sacrifice Jace Young, it is what it is.
Fastball for a strike.
1 and 1.
All in all, you'd say a good inning for Morejon, but his first 2 hitters, Carpenter and Green, did the damage.
And a 1-1. Swings through
He
that one for
he
strike
goes
2.
away, then comes back with that sinker inside. I got no chance. It's right where that slider
By the
starts.
time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
That
Now
one
2 and
misses.
2.
2 balls, 2
2
strikes.
sliders that he's thrown in the AB
Runner
are
at second,
not
2 down.
close. But I think it's so he can try and blow something past this inside.
Slider misses
Do it again.
outside.
Brought it closer. Wouldn't be entirely shocked to see him throw that again, honestly.
Good job
Went
to fight
sinker.
one
That
off.
was a close pitch down and in. It's just a dot. Good job to foul it off. 3-2 again. And
So
that's
now
ball
2
4.
on and 2 outs.
Well, Jace Young is on base for the first time today and this season.
He has the most confidence in right
Now Dylan Dingler.
Just couldn't find the strike zone.
First and second.
Do I just try and go
2
yard
outs.
with Dingler? He does
Catcher,
have a home
Dylan
run on the
Dingler.
year.
That one not
Assuming
close.
we get a pitch to
And
hit.
It's 1-0. 2 on, 2 outs.
Morejon going to supply some power for us that Matt Waldron did not.
Next
2-0.
pitch misses outside, and it's 2-0.
Inning that could certainly
The hitter
unravel.
definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look
Although
for
I
him
would
to be
expect a
aggressive on
pitching
this
change
next pitch.
here if Dingler reaches. Hit
That's
hard
out
to center.
field.
We gave it a ride. Still going back, but it will
Lockridge
die
makes the play, and that
for
is
Brandon
that.
Lockridge, just shy of the
So a
track.
run will score in the inning on this
Riley
RBI
Green with a
double.
real
It's now
satisfying
4-1.
opposite
You're
field
watching
double
Major League
makes it
Baseball on
4-1.
The show. We're at the top of the 8th, digging in.
Oh,
Luis
Cox.
Arias.
Number 4, Luis
I didn't get any help up in the pen. I'm a dumbass. 3-run game, give me Will Vest. He doesn't see a lot of action anymore. Well, mound visit to start the inning.
Well, it's critical right here. that they turn in some quality
Do I?
at-bats, try
Well,
to chip
no,
away
so
at
I don't
that
want to
lead,
go to
because if it
Maeda.
gets to the ninth,
I don't want
that closer's coming
to
in.
use both of our long relievers here today. So I guess it will be Herter.
And here it comes. Herter, 26 years
And I mean,
old,
even if
and
he
was
does
drafted in
have
the
to go a
7th
full
round
3
in
innings here today,
2021.
not going to be the worst thing.
On the
Ground
ground,
ball,
right side,
just foul.
And foul ball.
1-1. Change up in. Bit of a surprise take there from Luis Arias.
Next offering
Ah.
is down low.
He's so good. 2-2. What the fuck? Oh my God, he went around and bailed us out there.
Strikes.
Really love the pitch
That was
sequence
3-2
right
count.
there. I'm telling you what,
All day,
pitcher and catcher
every
are
day.
on the same page right now.
Right fielder,
In
Fernando
steps El
Tatis.
Nino, Fernando
Vest
Tatis
is
Jr.
not technically ready yet, but I think we bring him in to get these
Manager out of
last
the
2
dugout
outs.
now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound.
Go to work out of Brant Herter. No damage off of Brant in 2 1/3 innings.
Now pitching for
Will
the Tigers,
Vest gets the call from the pen.
number 19.
And we all know
Only the
about
10th
his
game of the
slider.
year
It's
for
just
Will
filthy,
Vest.
man, and one of the better ones
Has a
in the
win
game, I'd
to
say.
his credit and a
It's very high,
sub-3
strikes a
ERA.
ton.
And just a filthy strikeout rate.
And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
I don't need more out of that slider.
Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters
Tatis
to
is
square
out in
that
front
up.
there
That's what
on
you'd
that,
love
I
to
do
see
believe.
relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
This is scary. Tatis on it. Fouled off. Everything's been down and in. Let's go up and in. Change that eye level. Didn't throw it how we wanted to, but it's in the air for Gary Carpenter down the left field line. 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That
The
front
catcher,
shoulder
number
coming
7.
open.
These
and staying
Diaz
staying
2 for
close.
3s.
If he
Will
does
Vest,
that,
what
he's
we
gonna be able to
needed.
go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a
Pitches
fly
like
out to
that.
left.
Diaz in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike.
Well,
In the air,
Will Vest
foul
is going to
off
get 2
first.
outs. No strikeouts this time out. Colt
Makes the
Keith is
catch,
there.
And that'll do it.
We head to the bottom of the
Quietly
8th.
there.
We will
Over
warm
half
up
of inning
Tyler
number 8 straight
Holton
ahead.
in
Tigers
case this
4
is
and
a
the
save
Padres 1.
situation. Ibanez, Baez, and Malloy will face Ron Marinaccio,
Ron Marinaccio.
who I want to say we scored runs off of in
Fantastic
Game
against him
1.
this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
So warm up Holton. We'll sit down Maeda. He can have the day off here today, and we will get up. We can do the funniest thing ever. Do we go Bailey Horn or Chase Lee? I mean, we have success with Hannafy, right? We haven't allowed an earned run in 4 appearances with Brennan Hannafy. A 52 overall Bailey Horn and a 54 overall Chase Lee might be pushing our luck. So I feel like Hannafy is probably a better option. Even though we do have left-handers up, I mean, and we only have 1 other left-hander, so I don't know. If this isn't a save situation, let's hope we just blow the doors off them here in this bottom of the 8th.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Ball 1 to Andy Ibanez,
no
who's
strikes.
trying to pull a Javi Baez, looking for a 4-hit day.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
He's been great in this
1-1.
Eye-hand coordination
Right
just
on it.
failed him a
Just
little
missed
bit
it.
right there.
Oh my goodness, Andy Ibanez. Deep left field. Will it go? Yes, it does. Home run. Andy Ibanez against the righty.
5-1.
Ibanez, second of the year. In fact, his first home run of the year might come against the righty. Contact and power in the 40s.
Off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything
Andy
for a sure
Ibanez
thing
is
to
just
get out. But today,
a very
just
bizarre
he
cheat
got
code.
Just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
Now it's Javier Baez.
Well, we homered with Ibanez. We can homer with Javi.
And
Oh,
first
I
off,
tried.
fouled off.
Oh, did I try? We
It's
jumped on it.
exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kinda gets the
Fastball in
offense fired up, and you
93.
start to expect a big inning.
There to Baez.
Next off.
He threw me the same pitch in the inside part of the plate, and I was late.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Why am I stupid? I was really expecting a sweeper. I'm really glad that missed low. You saw the panic in the directional. 1-2. Disgusting.
Struck him out, and that's the first out.
Well,
Nice
second
recovery
strikeout of the
after
game
giving
for
up the
Baez.
Well, he just had
My
no answer
apologies
for
to
that
Evo.
hard inside fastball right there. Just blew it by him. And not every pitcher likes
One
working
away.
inside, especially with 2 strikes. They don't want to hit a batter and waste an opportunity to put him away. But if you can locate that fastball
Good God.
just like he did, most hitters aren't looking for it.
Carpenter is
It's very
guaranteed an
difficult to
at-bat in
do
this
so.
inning, but he's not guaranteed to face Marinaccio.
No, that missed.
Breaking ball
2-1.
misses down and away.
2-1 here on J-Heb. Odd day for him. Ground ball to third. Picked by Rosario.
Fires to first in time.
Eggy had been playing shortstop in the first 2 games of this series, playing third today.
Kerry Carpenter now at the
So here's Carpenter, 2 for 4, but only some singles.
Swing and a miss.
You know, for a guy that throws 96, he certainly throws that fastball in 93 a bunch.
And now it's even
1-1.
Just a whiff there. As Carpenter's average is yet again rivaling 400. That one is hit hard. Right field, Kerry Carpenter has hit it out. Second Tigers home run of the inning.
It's 6-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back.
12 on the year now. It's not even May. Where's that guy last year that left that shitty fucking YouTube comedy? This is like, dude, this franchise fucking blows. You don't make any roster moves. You're playing with one of the worst teams in baseball, and Kerry Carpenter's going to break the American League home run records. We weren't on an easy difficulty then, and we're not now. Kerry Carpenter is just that good for us. As Marinaccio will exit as the Tigers lead by 5 now.
Is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
I am absolutely perplexed as to why they left a right-hander in against Carpenter in that spot.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in.
Like, I want to say that Yuki was ready, and yet for whatever reason they didn't put him in.
He's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats.
Riley Green fouled away. I'm still not sure if it's quite the lead that we would like to have, knowing that we're going to pitch with like a 52 overall pitcher in the 9th. Riley Green. He will hit home run number 2 eventually. I just don't know when that's going to be.
2 down, nobody on.
Swing and a miss.
Struck him out.
3 for 5, the final line for Riley Green.
But 2 round trippers in
Andy Ibanez goes deep to left field. And then Kerry Carpenter off the top of the wall, the yellow line in right.
All set to start the 9th in this one.
So on comes the season debut of 52 overall Bailey Horn.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here. So
we'll see how well this goes. Jake Cronenworth hitless in this series.
There's a strike.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series.
I can't complain too much there on that fastball.
You want to get that first knock out of the way.
1-1.
Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan
Wow.
against him. Quickly,
We will keep Tyler Holton up just in case this becomes a bit of a mess.
You don't know what the velocity or the location of this
That one
next
hit
pitch is gonna
hard.
be.
Carpenter with a bad reaction. And a leadoff single.
To start the inning.
A late jump, and
They
I
get
think that
another
was the
hit,
difference
and
on
I
the
think
plate.
we make
It's
that
always
move
easy
to
seeing the
Tyler
ball off the
Holton.
bat. Something to improve.
That slider didn't do
Next is
anything.
the designated hitter, Jason Hayward.
Jason Hayward just launched.
Well, the leadoff man gets on.
Well,
You wanna
foul,
minimize
though.
the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher
On the
can get it
ground,
on the
could
ground
be
and then-
2.
And that
Keith
chance
turns.
handled.
Ibanez fires. Double play.
And just 1 out to go now.
For me, that's
Might
one of the
not
toughest
need
plays.
Tyler Holton here
First baseman
today.
has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infield.
It was all about that out at second
From there,
base.
completing it
Got
back to
Cronenworth
first.
a
Really
little bit
good job
easier than
all
I
the way
thought.
Last chance for the Padres.
Final chance
Connor
for
Joe,
the
next up for
Friars
Padres.
is Connor Joe.
And that clips the inside corner. 2 down, nobody on.
Oh my
Here
God,
at
the
top of
changeup
ninth.
command. Well,
To
on the
left
ground to
side,
Malloy.
this is gonna do it.
On to first base, and the Tigers sweep the San Diego Padres.
Streak to 5 in a row.
5 straight, which I believe is a season-long winning streak so far here for the Tigers. As I believe we win our 16th game of the year. Reese Olson will improve to 4-1. Joe Musgrove drops to 1-4. We sweep San Diego. Day off tomorrow, and then we start yet another 3-game series here at home against the Baltimore Orioles.